Okay, so today we're going to dive into something pretty interesting, I think. Have you heard much about this organization, Nachural?
Yeah, I've seen it around a bit on LinkedIn mostly.
Yeah,
Um, Seems like everyone's talking about those signature awards they do.
right. Yeah, and it looks like they've got a big one coming up in Manchester in May 2025, but they do a whole bunch of them, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me see. So yeah, they've got Birmingham and London also next year, and then they've got the Natural Entrepreneurship Awards too.
You got it. We've got some pieces straight from their website, Natural's website, that is, and a post from their CEO, Mr. Ninder Jahal. He's highlighting this signature awards thing they've got coming up in Manchester in 2025.
Okay, so it seems like our mission here is to figure out what Natural is all about, right? What are they actually doing for businesses, and what makes these events, especially this one in Manchester, worth checking out? I'm really curious to see where they fit in the bigger picture of British business. My name is Janine, here at Brand Blended Media, discussing articles in conversation with my co-host.
My name is Nate, and welcome.
Where do we even start with all of this?
Well, the first thing that jumps out at me is this message they have everywhere. They're all about connect, influence, and celebrate the best in British business. It's kind of their slogan. And they even mention this post-Brexit era thing. So it seems like they're trying to help businesses grow and connect during a pretty uncertain time, post-Brexit and all that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So it sounds like it's more than just throwing parties. And actually, they have a bunch of different events, not just this Manchester one. There's signature awards for Birmingham and London too, plus these Natural Entrepreneurship Awards. They're really covering a lot of ground.
Yeah, they really are. And it's not just award shows either. They've got this business influencer magazine and a podcast too. So they're really hitting the business community from all sides, trying to make connections and share insights beyond just one event a year.
Okay, so I'm starting to get the big picture, but let's get into the specifics of what Natural actually offers businesses. On their website, they have this section called 10 Reasons to Attend Our Awards. And I think this is where we'll find the good stuff for you, dear listener. This is where they really lay out their value proposition.
Yeah, definitely. And right off the bat, they talk about how many people come to these things. Over 550 at each event in the Midlands. So that's a lot of people who are serious about business all in one place. But you have to wonder if just having a lot of people actually translates to good connections.
Right. It's about quality, not just quantity, I guess. But then they also say that 57% of attendees or their companies rebook every year. That's a pretty impressive number when you say. It seems like people are actually finding it valuable and getting real business done there. So maybe it's not just a social gathering after all.
It makes you curious about why people keep coming back. Maybe it's the connections or the chance to drum up new business. Or maybe it's just that the event itself has a certain prestige. Whatever it is, that high rebooking rate definitely suggests that attendees are seeing a return on their investment.
And they really push the fact that you can connect with these key decision makers, wealth creating and high profile entrepreneurs, VIPs, and national politicians. Which it sounds amazing, but how accessible are these people actually going to be to the average attendee?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. It sounds great to have the potential to network at such a high level, but the reality might be different. Is there a structured way to interact with these people, or is it more like hoping you bump into them in the buffet line? The promise of access is one thing, but actually getting meaningful engagement is another.
They also talk a lot about how attending can increase your profile and raise brand awareness for both individuals and companies. And that makes sense. If you're seen at these events or even just nominated for an award, it could definitely boost your standing.
Absolutely. In such a competitive business world, anything that helps you stand out and build credibility is worth its weight in gold. Being associated with a well-respected event like this can definitely change how people see your brand.
You know what really caught my eye? They say business growth for attendees. Attendees attest to high levels of business placed in the room. It sounds like they're saying real deals and partnerships are being made right there. Is that something we can actually believe?
That's a bold claim. While hearing it straight from the attendees can be convincing, it's tough to actually measure how much of an impact attending this event has on closing deals. But you can't deny that having all these influential people together in one place creates the perfect environment for collaborations and opportunities.
And they specifically mentioned being able to connect with C-suite executives from all sectors and geography. Getting access to top leadership like that can be a real challenge for businesses.
Oh, absolutely. Having so many C-suite execs in one place is a golden opportunity for focused networking. And you might even get some insights into different industries and markets.
And it sounds like this is more than just a local thing. They talk about having a national and international profile with over 5 million Twitter impressions per event. That sounds impressive, but what does that actually mean for people who attend? Does it translate into anything tangible?
Well, having a lot of impressions definitely means you're getting a lot of exposure. But the real question is, how much engagement are those impressions creating? Are people actually clicking through to learn more about attendees and sponsors? Or are they just scrolling past? The reach is there, but we need more information to understand the real impact.
They also mentioned something that I think a lot of businesses can relate to. They talk about how these events are a great way to ensure that existing clients enjoy a night to remember and establish new and nurturing existing client relationships. So it seems like these events can serve a dual purpose, right? You can show appreciation to your current clients and also try to drum up new business.
That's a really smart strategy. Using these events to build stronger relationships with existing clients and attract new ones at the same time maximizes your return on investment. And, that social setting can often create deeper connections than just doing business in a purely transactional way.
And lastly, they simply state that their award shows have a reputation of consistently selling to capacity. That in itself says a lot. It tells you that there's a strong demand and that the business community sees real value in these events. It makes you wonder what it is about these events that keeps people coming back for more.
For sure. A sold-out event, especially one that consistently sells out, usually means that it's fulfilling a real need or providing a valuable experience for its target audience. It could be the networking opportunities, the prestige of the awards, or maybe just the overall experience. It's probably a combination of all those things.
So we've got a pretty good grasp of what Nachural offers as a whole, but let's zoom in on the specific event that Mr. Jahal was talking about in his post. The Manchester Signature Awards 2025. It's happening on Friday, May 2nd at the Hilton Manchester Deansgate. That's got to be a pretty high-profile location.
Choosing a regional hub like Greater Manchester is a smart move. If you're a business looking to establish yourself or grow in this area, an event like this is a great way to connect with the local business community.
And Mr. Jahal's post talks about the benefits of both entering the awards and just attending. He says that for those who enter, being shortlisted or winning can really place your brand in the spotlight and make sure that the most influential business minds in the room know who you are. That's a pretty powerful incentive, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Getting recognition in your industry can really help you grow. Being acknowledged by your peers and by leaders can boost your credibility, help you attract talent, and open doors to new partnerships and opportunities.
He also makes a point of saying that it's a powerful credibility boost, a chance to showcase your success, and a way to attract new opportunities that can take your business to the next level. It all comes back to this idea of using the awards as a springboard to reach new heights.
Exactly. Winning an award is basically proof that you're doing something right. It validates your achievements and can be a huge asset when you're marketing your business or trying to develop new business.
Now, for people who just attend the event, Mr. Jahal describes it as more than just an award ceremony. It's a high-energy networking powerhouse. That's a pretty good description.
Yeah.
What do you think creates that kind of atmosphere?
I think that high energy part comes from the fact that everyone there is focused and ready to connect. They're all there for the same reason, to network and make things happen. Plus, the award ceremony itself adds to the excitement and the celebratory vibe.
He goes on to say that attendees will be surrounded by top entrepreneurs, industry leaders, and regional influencers, all looking to make meaningful connections. It sounds like the room will be packed with potential collaborators and clients.
If you're trying to grow your professional network or learn more about the Greater Manchester business scene, this is the place to be. Having all those influential people together in one room creates a very valuable opportunity to build new relationships.
And he repeats what we saw on the website, saying that this is where doors open and deals happen. So he's really pushing the idea that being there isn't just about passively networking. It's about making things happen and getting real business results.
It emphasizes that this is an active event. Attendees aren't just sitting back and watching, they're engaging with potential partners, clients, and investors. It creates a very dynamic environment for business development.
Something else that stood out to me is that Mr. Jahal mentions having world-class speakers sharing game-changing insights. So it sounds like you'll not only leave with new connections, but also with some valuable knowledge that can help you grow your business.
It all ties into Natural's big theme of influence. They're not just giving you access to successful people, they're giving you access to their knowledge and experience, which can help you improve your own business.
So it's like a mix of networking, celebrating achievements, and learning from the best. That makes it much more than just your typical networking event.
Exactly. They've combined networking, recognition, and learning opportunities to create a multifaceted experience that offers a lot of value to attendees.
The website also gives us a rundown of the evening schedule. It's a black tie affair, starting with a drinks reception at 6:30 p.m. That's always a good way to kick things off and get people mingling.
It's all about setting the right tone. The formal dress code shows that this is a serious event, and the drinks reception gives people a chance to relax and start networking before the more formal program begins.
Then there's a 4-course meal, and they even specify that it's Indian cuisine. It's a nice touch that adds a unique cultural element to the evening.
Definitely. Serving a specific type of cuisine can make the event more memorable and enjoyable for everyone. It's a small detail that can really enhance the overall experience.
Dinner and awards starts at 7:30 p.m., and they mention a keynote speech from a leading business figure. They even name-drop Piers Linney from BBC Dragon's Den as a past speaker. That tells you they attract some pretty high-caliber speakers.
Having well-known and respected people as keynote speakers adds a lot of value and prestige to the event. Their speeches often offer valuable insights, inspiration, and thought leadership.
And of course, the main event is the awards ceremony. But after the formal part is over around 11:30 p.m., they open up the bar for dancing and more networking. So you can keep the conversations going into the night.
It's important to have networking opportunities beyond the formal program. A lot of valuable connections and conversations happen in a more relaxed setting after the awards ceremony is over.
They also include a note about the possibility of special lighting and strobe effects. It's good that they're upfront about that in case anyone has sensitivities.
Being transparent about those kinds of details shows that they're considerate of everyone who attends and gives people a chance to prepare if they need to.
And to wrap things up, Mr. Jahal conveniently includes the website address in his posts, www.nachural.co.uk. So if you're interested in nominations or tickets, it's easy to find out more.
That's a smart move. Giving people a clearer call to action and making it easy for them to take the next step can really increase participation.
So it looks like Nachural is a major player in the British business event scene, with their focus on connection, influence, and celebration. Their events, especially this upcoming Manchester Signature Awards, offer some great opportunities for businesses to network with key people, increase their visibility, and maybe even gain some valuable insights. It seems like they're going beyond just hosting events. They're trying to create a dynamic environment where businesses can thrive.
What I find interesting is how organizations like Nachural are helping to create connections and a sense of community within specific regional economies. In today's world, where relationships are everything, these platforms can be really valuable for growth and collaboration, especially in a thriving business hub like Greater Manchester.
Great. So to wrap things up, it seems like these Nachural Signature Awards, especially the one in Manchester, are a pretty big deal if you're serious about engaging with the top tier of British business. It's not just about being in the room, it's about being part of the conversation.
Exactly. You're not just attending an event, you're positioning yourself to gain valuable knowledge, make key connections, and celebrate success within a really dynamic and ambitious community.
And for you, our listener, whether you're looking to make those game-changing connections, boost your profile, learn some new strategies, or just get a better sense of what's happening in British business right now, these Nachural events seem like a pretty good bet.
It all comes down to this. With all this talk about connection and influence, especially in this post-Brexit world, what kind of collaborations are you looking for? What knowledge do you need to make those collaborations happen? Because it sounds like this event could be the perfect place to find it.
It definitely makes you think.
It does.
Okay, well, until next time.
My name is Nate.
And I am Janine.
And we'll see you on our next article conversation here at Brand Blended Media.
See ya.
Until then, stay safe.